everyone, it's Tammy, and I am going to do the November Card Club cards and project that I have for my friends at work that are going to do a card club. I want to do this for two reasons. One reason is to share it with you guys, so if you guys want to make cards similar to this, you're more than welcome to, and you can follow me along. We're going to do 3 cards and a project. And then the other reason is kind of to see how long it takes me to make them, because then I'll know how long the class needs to be. And the class, everyone's going to make 2 of each card, one for them to keep and one for them to give away. And the one that they keep, they can use as an example so that they can make these cards for lots of other things as well. I have most of my sample stuff in here. I don't know if I have everything, but I know that I divided theirs up into like an ornament card, a deer card, and a snowflake card. So they're each going to get 3 bags plus their project, and everything that's needed is in there. So I'm hoping that I have it pretty much the same way for myself in this bag, because I think I put everything in here that they will have, I hope. So we will check and see how it works out. If I need to add something to their bags, this will also give me a test run to know what I might need to add. And then there's some extra pieces in here too that I just wanted to take with in case anybody needs something else, or if, you know, they mess up on one piece or something like that, then I will know that there's extras. Because I'm doing this not at my house, but I'm taking everything everywhere, somewhere. So, okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm just kind of moving some of my stuff around so that I can actually see what I have and can work with it. So I think that the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to do our snowflake card first, and I'm going to kind of go from the hardest card to the easiest card. And I'm thinking I might do this for them as well, because I want them to feel like they can do the hardest thing, you know, and then once they have the hardest thing down, then the other stuff is easier, and they can certainly do the easier things if they can do the hardest one. And the hard one isn't really hard. All of this is for beginner level or intermediate at the most. I mean, this is pretty, I think I have it pretty well done so that anyone could make these. But okay, so for the snowflake card, we are going to need a red base, and then this is cut so it will fit on the inside. I'm kind of thinking of also doing a tree that pops open at the inside, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. So right now everybody just has the inside like this, and then that's just an extra, I believe. This is for the outside, and we're going to do something like this, and they can either put the glitter on top or the snowflakes on top. It doesn't really matter. And we're going to put ribbon around here. The only thing that I don't have for myself is the ribbon. I have ribbon for all of them. I just didn't have enough extra for myself. So I am going to use my own stash of ribbon and not something that I would have brought with, but that's okay. So here we go. I'm going to first hook these 2 things together so that I can put the ribbon just around those. And I'm going to put my snowflakes on top, so I'm going to take the tape runner, which they will also have, and I'm going to put the sparkly side on the card where I think I'd want it, and then I'm going to match this up to where I think I'd want this. And just put it along there like that. Already that's beautiful. I mean, that's really pretty. I like this glitter stuff. And then we're going to cut the ribbon, and I kind of cheat a little bit when I cut my ribbon. I cut it just long enough to go over the edges, and then I will put some on each edge and a little bit somewhere in the middle. And I'm going to go along, I don't know, let's see. You can do it wherever you want it. If you want it on the more of the white, on more of the gold, on a little bit of both. Let's try a little bit of both and see how that looks. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then I'm going to just turn this around and stick it to the card. So now my ribbon is stuck on the card. It looks a little bit crooked. There we go. Now my ribbon is stuck on the card, and I can stick this down onto the card now. So I'm going to be sure I go over the ribbon that I just stuck down, just to make sure that that reinforces it a little bit more. And then I'm going to also go over the ribbon this way. So now the ribbon is stuck. Oh, and my ATG gun is Ow, ow, ow. So I have some of this tape ready, so I'll just use that for now. I won't take the time to switch out my ATG gun. I think I have a video on how to do that, though, if you guys are interested. I love my ATG gun. And then I tried not to do like any stamping or anything on the cards because I don't know what people know how to do yet. This is our very first card class, so as soon as I get a feel for what they know and what they would like, then I will offer more. Now, you know what, I'm silly. I usually don't cut this off the ribbon if I'm going to do a bow, and I certainly am going to have a struggle doing this because although it's probably big enough, it's on the small side of big enough. And I did cut them some bows or some ribbon to use as bows, but I made sure it was extra long because I know how it is to tie bows. All right. I actually kind of did it. Yay. All right, so we'll just go with this, and I'm just going to trim this down. And they will be able to do the same with theirs. And then I will stick this on here, and I have glue dots for them. So we will use a glue dot to stick the ribbon down, or if they wanted to tie it around, they could do that too. Whatever they'd prefer. I am going to write that on here just so I have my notes that they need. A glue dot for the snowflake card. I still need to get some more ribbon. I'm going to get 2 more spools so that I will have plenty, because I know how hard bows are to make sometimes, and when I first started making bows it was very difficult, and I don't want anyone to feel like they don't have enough to mess up with if they need to. There, I kind of didn't put that in the center, but it still looks good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this down here and put Merry Christmas on here. And I was thinking if they wanted to, like, whatever this is called, notch it, they could. I think I will. I did not write anything on there, so they can write whatever they want on here. Thank you, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever. And I was going to use a stamp for this again, but again, I didn't want to assume that people knew how to stamp. And I didn't have enough of everything to give everyone stamps for this set. So, it is what it is. So, let's see. I'm going to put the Merry Christmas on here. And then everyone is going to pop dot this up. I'm using scraps of pop dots. I don't like to throw any of them away, so if I have projects, especially for myself, I don't mind using scraps. And then I'm just going to put this here. And there we go. That is really cute. I am liking that glitter and the fun. And then we just can stick this down on the inside. And there is card number 1. Very nice, if I say so myself. So then I'm going to take these so that I'll have samples, of course, to show them what they're going to be making. So I am going to find my bag. What did I do? Oh, it's right here. I'm going to put these in here. Whoops, I think I put this one in the ribbon bag. I did. So I will put this sample in here. And then, of course, they will get envelopes for all of them. And then I gave them cute little, for this card, they got an envelope seal that looked like this. So it just says Merry Christmas. It's kind of elegant and foiled, so it looks really pretty. So they got an envelope seal for this card and an envelope. And then they'll make that again, like I said, twice. One as an example for themselves and one as a one to send. Woo. Okay, so then I wanted to do the ornament card. Okay, so the ornament card is, I think I have some extra stuff, is this card, and they can choose, they'll get a piece of red and a piece of green, so they can choose if they want a green background or a red background. It doesn't matter, whatever they'd prefer. I might do a green background because I tend to do a lot of red, so I think I might do the green background for this card, but I will take this red and I will keep it just so if somebody else needs it, they can have it. And theirs will already be cut just like this. What I'm using in my package of stuff is exactly what they get, and I need to make sure that I'm opening this the right way because often I can mess that up. And then I'm just going to kind of center this at the top of the card and put it like so. And then I'm going to use the gemstones that I have provided for them. And I think I've provided, I think I did like this many for them. Maybe, I did twice this many because they're doing 2 cards. And you just put the ornaments down. I kind of like to start in the middle. That way I know I have a big one on that side and a big one on this side and a big one on this side. And I'm actually doing this a little differently than I normally do because normally I draw the lines first, but I'm not this time. And I got each of them a Le Pen so that they can have a nice pen to use. And also so that they can build their supply list. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the things on these, and then I'll do it the way that I'm probably going to teach them to. So you just draw a little line all the way up from the ornament to the top of the card. And they didn't have 7 of these, which is what I needed, so I got a package of some other ones too. So they will have a total of or they each will have a pen. Most of them are this. They're all Le Pen brand. Some of them are permanent and some of them I think aren't permanent is the only difference. And see how my line isn't totally straight and is kind of wobbly? That's okay. And I'm going to let them know that's okay too. And some of them can be shorter than others. Some of them can be long. It's all whatever you want to do. And you can put as many or as few as you feel. And then I like to put a little bow on them. That's totally optional. But I think it adds a cute little thing of fun. And then I like to put a little square thing like here, like it's like an ornament has to hold the ornament into place. So I just kind of scribble right above where I'm going to put the ornament. And I make it a little bit more dramatic than I probably would. And it would be cute if you had like a silver paint pen or something like that. You could do that in as well. And then I will take these smaller ornaments and put them on as well. Oh, I shouldn't put 2 clear ones together, should I? And I will have glue dots and I will have glue as well in case, you know, like this happens and then let's say the ornament doesn't want to stick any longer because I moved it, we will be able to fix it. Most of these supplies I got at Hobby Lobby, in case you are wondering. Isn't that cute? Oh, I love it. Oops, I didn't mean for that to catch on the card there. Okay. So then there's that card, and then they can take their pen and they can write Merry Christmas or whatever they'd like to write on here. And this is also a fun card. I'm going to show them another example that I did in pastel colors, which is this one, which I think is really cute. And they could do that as well. So they could, there's different versions that they can use. I guess I should be doing this as though I'm teaching the class, but I'm just kind of making sure that I can get them done. And then I'm just going to put some little like scrapbooking kind of dashes and dots along the top, and I will teach them this as well, which just kind of gives the eyes something else to look at, which is just kind of pretty. And there we go. If you wanted to go along the edge here, you could with the black. I think I'm going to leave mine plain. But if you didn't want to and you wanted to put something there, I think it would be fine. And then the inside of the card is just blank, and they can write whatever they'd like, their little nice note to whomever. So there is card number 2. I don't think I'm going to put it in there. I think I'll leave it out so that you guys can see it all. Now this third card is one of my favorites. And you need a background, and then you need a foreground. And the background can be black, or it could be green. I did 2 different backgrounds for them. I've done one in black before, so I think I'm going to do this one in green just as the example so that they can see it both ways. And I'm going to go ahead and stick this down. And I'm going to put this to the side because I'm going to work on this, and then I'm even going to put some ribbon on it before I put it down. So I need my brown ink, and they each do get their own brown ink pad. So they're going to start learning stamping, but this is super easy, super fun kind of stamping. And what you do for this is you take your fingers and you literally just stamp on. So I'm using my middle finger for this one, and you can stamp as many little reindeer as you want, which is what this is going to be. And you can use big fingers, you can use your small fingers, you can use one of each fingers, which is kind of what I do. I kind of just go with different fingers. And then I have some moist towels for them to use. But these are mine, so I'm going to use mine. It's just a baby wipe. And actually, I am so frugal. I know this is crazy, but I am going to cut my baby wipe because I don't need very much of it. And I can't help it. I hate wasting stuff. Even though this is just $1, why spend it if I don't need to? I know, to some of you that's probably the most bizarre thing ever. I think it's just the way I was raised. So I'm just using just a little bit of this wipe and getting off the ink from my fingers. And I'm only doing 4 deer, but I mean, you can see there's room. You can put more, whatever you'd like. And then we are going to take our lip pens and we are going to draw little antlers however they want, and then eyeballs kind of to the side and down is where they seem to look the best. Some of them I give a little bigger eyes. I kind of give them all fairly big eyes. That one kind of looks like alien. I don't like that. I want to make them rounder. Rounder, rounder, rounder. And I haven't really checked to see if this bleeds through too much. It does. So, well, I wonder. The eyeballs definitely do. But, okay, so then I also have some glitter glue for them, but I'm going to do that last so that they will have red glitter glue noses. And then I'm going to put this here. And I didn't, again, do the cutter thing like that. And I thought the green would be cute because I'm using the red bow. Actually, I'm going to just tie this one in a knot. So I'm going to do it the same way as I did the last one. Kind of center it where I want it and just stick it down with the top. And then hold it here and try to make it kind of even. And push it around to the back. And same thing over here. Push it around to the back. And then I'm going to take some ribbon and I'm just going to tie this in a knot. So I'm sticking it underneath. And I do a two or a double knot, whatever that's called. A two knot. And then cut the edges off at an angle. And I guess if I'm using thicker ribbon, I could show them the little, like, the little nippy kind of ribbon if they want to use that. I don't really like it when the ribbon goes off the page, so I'm going to cut this again. And I'll make this one a little shorter to match. There we go. Okay, and then now I'm going to stick this to the card. These are so easy, but they're so cute, aren't they? I think that these are really good. I'm hoping that they will like them. So I'm going to stick this down here. That totally looks funny. They certainly need some noses, don't they? And if they wanted to put their red rhinestones, because I know that there's some of those left, they could do that. Or I'm going to bring glitter glue and they can use that. And I'm using this glitter glue from the dollar store, but the glitter glue I got from them is from Hobby Lobby. This one, and we're all going to share glitter glue. This one isn't bad, but it kind of leaves like a wet mark around the glue. It's kind of strange. And that's a big, huge bundle of it. It's like very jelly kind of feeling. So I don't know how long that will take to dry. That's a big, huge nose. I wonder if I can scoop some of that up. Oh, I'll just scoop it all up. How's that? Alrighty then. Yeah, this is the dollar store glitter. It's not bad, but I certainly wouldn't use it on a project that you're showing people how to do it. If you've used glitter before and you feel okay with it, I would say it would be alright. but definitely not my favorite glitter glue. And the bottle is really, really flimsy. Like, it almost feels like it'll break open, especially on some of the sides. It's kind of strange. This side feels alright, maybe because it has the sticker on it. But this side is like super flimsy. And I got a 3-pack of gold and red and silver all for $1, so I really can't complain much. And then you can take your pen again and write Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays or whatever you want, but I'm going to write Merry Christmas. That's like my favorite thing to say on Christmas cards, obviously. That's what I think I've said on all of them. So we have 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, this one you might not be able to see very well. There. And I think those are all super cute. And they will all be able to make each one of those and then a project. So here we go. I'm going to show you the project. I'm not going to put these in because that, like I said, is very wet. Oh, and I forgot to show you. So the reindeer card is going to have the snowman, or Santa, as his envelope sealer. And then the ornament is going to have this one that just says Merry Christmas, really cute. So they'll each get one of each of these, and then the envelopes to go with. And, oh, this is extra. I'll have to put all this in my extra pile. I will do that after I show you the project because I'm so excited about this project. Okay, so they will get this, and this is a card. It's a card that I have cut in half, and I have scored. I scored the bottom at 1 inch on each side. I scored the top at a little less than 1 inch at each side. So I want this middle rectangle to be a little bigger on the top part than I do on the bottom part because it's going to be a box. So then I'm going to tell them that they need to make little Christmas trees on either side of the score line here. So you cut just a little bit this way and go to the score line. A little bit this way and go to the score line. And then that little sliver just comes right out. And you're going to do it to all 4. Well, you're going to do it to each side on both of the score lines. So it doesn't matter which side you do it on, but you only do it on one of, I'm not making any sense. You either do it on the small sides or the long sides. It doesn't matter, but you don't do it on each. So I would either do it this way and this way, or I could do it this way and this way. It doesn't really matter which way you do it, but you just have to do it on just one side. And you just make like a Christmas tree from one side of the fold to the other side of the fold up to the top. From one side of the fold of the score line up to the top, and then to the other side of the score line up to the top where they meet. And then I'm going to do the same thing, and I'll show you what I mean. I could do it on the long side of the card as well. It does not matter, and it doesn't matter if you do one way and one the other way. It matters not at all. Alright, so then what you do is, again, I have glue dots for them. They're like individually wrapped glue dots. But then you fold all of the score lines, you fold them in. So in, and in, and in, and in. And then you make the bottom part form into a box. And this is how it's going to look. And you need to turn it this way and put your glue dots on either on all 4 of the little squares that you just kind of cut. So I'm going to put one here. Sorry, my office phone is ringing. One here. One here. And one here. And then I'm going to fold them in and fold this side up. So I'm going to hook them together, or glue them together. so it forms a little box. And then on the inside, it has the sentiment from the card. It says, wishing you a Christmas full of smiles, hugs, and happiness. And then it has the little houses on this side, which is just kind of cute. And then this one, you do the same thing. You fold in, and you're going to run into an issue with the snowman that is on the front of this card. So very carefully, you can lift up, and that sticky stuff will come off of the back of the card. I've already practiced this, so I know for sure that it works. But it's a little bit tricky because you have to just kind of hold it down and then kind of fold your card up. Try not to rip the card, and if a little bit of it comes off, it's okay because this is just the side flap that you really won't be able to see. So like this one had a little bit come up, that's okay. I will make sure I show them that so that they'll know that it happens. And I'm just folding all of these up, and then again I'm going to do the same thing. Whoops, I just did this. So you pull this up, and then I forgot to tell you, if you take your scissors and you snip this like that, you can peel this off of the back, and then this becomes trash. So same here. I'm going to snip this off of the back. And then we will carefully pull it off the snowman's hat. Worst case scenario is that you would pull the snowman's hat off, and then you'd have to cut it here and he'd just have a short hat, which is okay too, but preferably we will do it that way. And then you want to put the glue dots on the good side of the card. So you put them there, and there, and there, and there. And then you do the same thing where you fold this in and hook it with your glue dot. Oops, I think I missed a glue dot. I don't know how I did that. But this one doesn't have a glue dot on it. So you just fold it up. That and that and that and that, and then you have a card topper like this, and then the top part should fit very nicely over the bottom part of the card. And there you go. Isn't that the cutest thing? It is just adorable. I love this. And you shouldn't need any reinforcement or anything on it. I mean, it has held up before. I've done this in the past, and it always seems to be just fine. So I also gave them a piece of tissue paper to put on the inside if they wanted to. And it looks like this. It's just a little strip that I've cut off because you won't need very much on the inside of a card like this, and because sometimes I don't even know if they want it, because this is really kind of a cute inside. So if they don't want to put tissue paper, they don't have to, or they could wrap their present in the tissue paper and lay that in there, whatever they'd like to do. And then so you put your little goodie in there, and then close it up, and voila, you have a cute Christmas box that would look absolutely adorable underneath anyone's Christmas tree. So these are the projects that they're going to make. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that they enjoy it, and I will talk to you soon. Oh, I want to see how long this took. Took about 35 minutes, and I did some extra rambling, and I expect the card class to take at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half, so I think I have plenty of time for them to do 2 cards and the project, even if they're the most novice card maker. So yay, I'm excited. It turned out perfect. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. Oh my goodness, when I was taking pictures of the card, I realized that I forgot the ears on my silly reindeer. So you can't forget ears. I draw some of them like little teardrops to the side, and some of them kind of go down. Just however you want to do it. You don't even have to color them in all the way. If you just kind of scribble it, it's kind of cute too. I don't like this glue at all. Do you see how it's kind of doing the card all funky? Yeah, I won't use this like on real projects anymore because it's just kind of goofy. But there we go. That looks a lot better. All right. Thank you